Hello, my wonderful people, viewers and subscribers.
Good morning to you all once again. I welcome you to this episode titled A Short Summary of the Genocide against Biafrans in Nigeria. This is message that I can never stop preaching anytime, any day, whether in the morning, afternoon, or evening. So if you are interested to know, as a Biafran, as an Igbo man, as an old Southeasterner, please gather here as we hear the whole things the way it is. I am reading from X handle of Ugo247, which is one of the Biafran's page, doing things right. So in case the future world, they don't know, or maybe the lies they keep telling them about this Biafran struggle, here is the real deal. So my good people, I beg you, just put on your thinking cap. If you are a Biafran, an Igbo man from the old eastern region, and you are still standing with one Nigeria, my dear, or you gather here, come and hear these facts for you to know that it's only three that hears they will cut it down and still remain in the same place. No, human being hears there is death or danger on the way. You have to start earlier to prepare in case of incasity. So let us go there if you don't mind. Please like, share, comment, and keep subscribing. I know it has been so difficult for some people these days to watch content, maybe because of what would I call it? Because of the situation of the country. But do not worry, my people, because they said Osita Adima Odu Agani Odu Warabo. Oh yeah, let us go there. There's no time to waste. A short summary of genocide against Igbos and Biafrans in Nigeria. History of massacre. That is the only thing that you can hear. You can never hear the good thing about the Biafra, the Nigeria to Biafra land. They neither do it nor show any sign of doing it. They will come in our backyard, use the oil and the natural gas in our backyard to borrow money ahead. And yet, they will spend those billions of nairas and the billions of dollars without not making any single move, at least to better the lives of the people who have those mineral resources. Number one, Kano in 1945. Over 200 Igbos were massacred. Number two, the same Kano in 1980. Over 1,000 Igbos were killed. Number three, in 1966 massacres, 40,000 Igbo Christians were sent to their early grave. Number four, May 29th of 1967, over 200,000 Igbo Christians were killed. Number five, 1967 to 1970, over 3,100,000 Igbos killed during the bloody genocide war against the Biafrans, including the Asaba massacre, or rather Asaba genocide. Number six, Kano again. In 1980, over 40,000 Igbo Christians also lost their lives. Number seven, Meduguri in 1982 to 1983. Over 500 Igbos were killed for nothing. Number eight, Jimeta in 1984. More than 1,500 Igbos were killed. Number nine, Gombe in 1985, Igbos massacred in numbers. Number 10, Zaria in 1987, Igbos massacred in numbers. Number 11, Kaduna and Kafanchan in 1991. Over how many thousand Igbos were also massacred in cold blood. Number 12, Bauchi and Castina in 1991. Number 13, Kano again in 1991. Number 14, Zango and Katafe in 1992. Number 15, Funtua in 1993. Number 16, Kano again in 1994. Then in the year 2000, Kaduna. In the year 2001, Kaduna. In the year 2001, Maiduguri. Number 20, Jos Maiden Crisis of September, December 2001. Number 21, Kaduna in 2002. Number 22, Jos, which is November 2008. Number 23, beheading of Gideon Akaloka in December of 1966 in a police station in Kano. Number 24, St. Maurice killed on December 2001. 25, post-April 2011 presidential selection, 10 youth corps, men and women, and numerous citizens murdered because a Christian Southerner was elected. Number 26, Just Christmas Eve 2010. Number 27, Madala Christmas Day 2011. Number 28, Movie January 6 of 2012. Number 29, the many Igbo deaths caused by Boko Haram, which of course has the full backing of the northern elites. Number 30, 2015, Muhammadu Buhari got into government. Over 5,000 IPOB members have been killed and 5,000 imprisoned. The enmity against Ndigbo is deeply seated in the heart of Hausa and Fulani of Nigeria, including their counterpart, which is the Southwesterners. Oya, let us read the whole news in details. It is imperative to correct false propaganda making rounds in an attempt by every successive government in Nigeria to cover this genocide. In 1953, when independence loomed, Ahmadu Bello, the founder of Gamji, said, "We cannot fight to dispense of white masters, only to be ruled by new black masters called Igbo. Even here in North, they run the post offices, railways, civil services, and they have taken up all the shops we create. Call them Igbo, but you can also call them Zionists. But we shall not relinquish the estate of our fathers to such wretched people who have never had an administration before." Source: in 1968, the year that shook the world, by Walter's Schools. In 1964, Major Gibson Jallo, after downing a bottle or two at Kachia Barracks mess, moaned, "We are captive to these Igbos. We can never enjoy our new nation until we chase every single Igbo man out of the North." Source: the 5 majors. Sem Jallo, Martin Adam murdered Colonel Tim Onwo Atuegu. Many days after the war at Abakaliki in 1967, Inua Wada, addressing northern leaders in Lugard Hall, Kaduna, cried, "For long we had cried that these vermins, which is Igbo, must be removed from our soil. Now we have seen the result of our negligence. A new opportunity of reducing the population is here, which is the war." Source: Last Days of Biafra by a Madiebo. There are more as a mere local major, but substantive captain. Your boss, Sani Abacha, strode into the Air Force base mess in 1966 and shouted at Colonel Jubrin, Air Force commander, "It is our duty to teach the Igbos a final lesson, and they will never leave their regions anymore." Source: last flight by A. Okpe. Same Abacha implemented a PTF, which is a Petroleum Trust Fund, roguery, repair of roads that gave the Southeast a mere 4%, when Northwest had 89%, Northeast have 92%, North Central 72%, Southwest 39%, and South 35%. For all the love of that dialing bowls of our dear elder, the Southeast got only 4% through the regimes. Virtually every airport in the north, including the one week flight Sokoto airport, are all international airports. When it was proposed to develop the Ogota Gulf as the best possible sea, it was possible sea sanctuary for Euro-bound vessels. Abacha flatly rejected it and drifted it in his insane style to plans to dredge the Niger up to Bosa, which he never did. Do you remember the Nyanya Isakani episode in Kano after the Kano killings and burning of Igbo business outfits? In 1991, your Kano princess tried to indoctrinate the Almajiris on a precipitate play of ignorance of what they were doing. This was meant they did not know what they were doing. It was Justice Ugudike who queried it. Who are they? For the Almajiri, who was speaking for himself when pressed by an aggressive lawyer. The fool admitted that it was what he was told to say by the Benin princess in Emir's palace. We can go on and on and on. But remember, it's teaching time, self 9. Igbos, the time is here. Wake up. I repeat, Igbos, the time is here. Wake up. Is it not idiotic to hold the opinion that Ndi Igbo will be better in Nigeria as a country? The only experience comparable to Igbo experience in Nigeria is the Jews' Holocaust. It would be foolish to ask Jews to stay and live in Germany because their lives will be better since Germany has been exorcised of Nazis. We have had our Holocaust. We have experienced genocide of immense proportion, executed with wicked intent. We have experienced starvation, comparably only to the gas chamber. Why is the world still silent? That is the question that remains afloat. All these years, the massacre keep going, the massacre keep happening. From 1960, we got independence or whatever they call it, till date. My brother, Igbos have never have a peace of mind. Here are other discussions from the comment section, which says, talk about peace, said the persecution, almost like they are Jews. Maybe they did wrong in the eyes of God. Now they are punished. They need to worship God, cancel LGBTQ, and abandon foreign Kwekus position. That is a BJ. Maybe God forgive them again. Who is making this comment? Let's see what follows it, because a lot of people reply to this comment. Mans B said, thunder, fire that God. Which God? I don't understand though. And this one said, Chukwuemeka said, thunder, fire you. I beg you, this one a thunder safe. Make I dodge my head before the thing can locate me. Anyway, moving forward. AKA Mark said that the world is going to remain silent if we the victims wait and do nothing. Freedom is taken and freedom is not given. A very wise saying. Chuki said, what of the ones going on in Osu Hitokwa, Mbosi, Ihiala? Are these ones from outsiders too? Okay. Val Moscow Bakery said, you did not mention the 2006 Kano massacre. Mention it by yourself. Christian Azubike, what about the Okwama killings last year? All still join. and the world was silent. Amara said the world is still silent because we are Igbos, but God is not silent because we are Umochukwu. Chijoke, God is our strength. Noel Emeribe, please make it louder so that every hidden and missing information will be exposed. Paul Akujieze, you omitted many, even in the western region. My brothers, anyone you remember, please add it. Roni Mmado Awuchi, Biafrans remain the Jews of Africa. This is why they are doing everything to kill us off. But God won't let it. Biafra restoration remains a task that must be done and it must be completed, whether the devil like it or not. Roni Mmado Awuchi said this is too much for any human being to bear. Biafra full restoration in the homeland is non-negotiable, and that is where we stand, according to Roni Mmado Awuchi. Innocent their papa Timo, if to say on a get sense, waiting on a still they go find for there, if not for survival, and if otherwise, I no expect to seal Igbos for their after all. You claimed see English na your mate. Jonathan White said the brother was killed for nothing. She was killed and murdered for nothing. A3 Consortium said the major reason why Biafra has not been able to succeed is because the movement has been based on lies, propaganda, and self-deceit right from Ojukwu days. Most of what you refer to as Igbo massacre here had nothing to do with the Igbos. Some were Matasen and some were sect. Matasen and sect. This English is too much on me. I cannot comprehend. Okay, Simon Ojebuchi said, and you who go 247 and your Ngozi Nanya Bueze, okay, Nanya Bueze, aka you must bow, has carefully and insolitiously wanted to pave way for another genocide again. By your divide and rule strategy, no one can stop Biafra. All must hail Biafra. Eka say, brother, Biko brother, can this information and report be sent to the offices, personalities, and appropriate places against the Nigerian Fulani terrorist government for the freedom of Prime Minister and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Biafrans in evil Nigerian prisons? Well, much of this is still at the comment section. Just like, share, comment, and keep subscribing for more interesting videos. Okulora One is coming back. Keynesiano, my people.